olive mid-brown seems achievable in sort of 8.
Yeah, I know, but when was the last time you saw my arsehole? You're having to work out where you're starting from.
Yeah, it could be the very dark brown black. I mean, in a way, this is racist, isn't it?
Mine's dangleberries.
Why do people want their arsehole to be whiter?
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So welcome to the POBW podcast.
Welcome. So, we've been given another episode. Sent a link, I should say.
Yeah, to another Rogues Gallery for episode 2 of Judge a Crook by its cover. The guessing game that you all know and love so well.
Well, apparently people liked it, didn't they?
Yeah, it went down a storm. With our regulars. I don't think any new people have watched it yet, but we have a small but elite, I like to call them, group of listeners and now viewers. So happy days. So where are we in the country for this one? North Wales.
North Wales. So this is the Daily Post.
I can't imagine this being quite as diverse.
No?
No, that would be my guess. It could be wrong, but
just people interfering with
sheep.
But
yeah, I don't think there'll be as many sort of ethnic minorities and stuff. But I could be wrong. Because they are criminals, wherever they go. So that's a joke. That's a joke. Okay, I've probably just got the YouTube account banned.
PC babies. Right. Well, there's a bit of a giveaway there.
Yeah. Let's pretend we didn't see that.
Oh, look at all the diversity.
Again, this is the second week running. Oh no, there was one female last time. No female so far. But that is a very white-looking list. And a neck tattoo as well, I noticed on one of them.
Oh, fucking adverts. A crying soldier.
So we're not going to be able to guess the names this time because the names come up first. But that's okay. If you can hear things rattling round, we've decided to do this in the POBW bar on the windiest night that there's been in months and months.
It's fucking hooly.
So, yeah, if you hear some weird rattling around, we haven't sort of got somebody captive behind us. Okay, first one.
Jake Anthony Lee Moody.
Okay, I'm guessing it's not that guy crying above him. No, that's an advert, isn't it? Okay. Keep going. Shit fringe. Terrible fringe.
Looks like they also have shit fringes in North Wales.
And his eyebrows are really... He's got no forehead. Oh, look at this. He's got an open wound on his left eye. Oh, and he looks like a right scrotum. Oh, shit beard. That is painted on. I think the cat could lick that off.
Right.
Let's have a look at him. Right, so he is covered in cuts and bruises and's got a shit tash and a crap fringe.
Just thinking, do we zoom it out a bit?
Yeah, zoom out might work actually.
Which way?
You could probably do one more. Yes, get his whole head in. Perfect.
He's probably in his early 20s, but he looks about 10.
I think he is 18 on the button. I'm guessing all of these have to be 18, do they? Or could you be most wanted and be under? I'm not sure.
I don't know. For some people, the young children are their most wanted.
Prince Andrew. Sorry, the Duke of Yorkstein. He looks like he got caught trying to rob something and then got chased and beaten up.
It does look like a thief, because there's not going to be any rapists on this, because they're all white.
Certainly no rape gangs. They rape as individuals in North Wales. I think it's a rural... it's pretty rural, isn't it, North Wales, I imagine. I am going to go for that he was robbing farm equipment.
You think he's a farm... Well, then farm equipment one.
Yeah, farm equipment. He got caught, and the farmer beat the shit out of him. Although saying that, that's a weird wound above the eye. It almost looks like a pellet gun or something,
Yeah.
doesn't it? It doesn't look like a punch.
And the farmers I know would make it more of a mess than that.
Yeah.
Fucking fists the size of it.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I'll stick with my first guess, though. I reckon, yeah, robbing.
I reckon he's a thief, but I reckon he's just just robs houses.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. We're both saying thief. This is where he's going to be a paedophile, isn't it?
Kingpin. Who was
Jake
sentenced
Anthony
at
Lee
Mold
Moody.
Crown Court.
Mould. What a lovely sounding place that is. A thug beat a vulnerable woman with her own walking stick. What a lovely, lovely guy. 21. He said he was in his 20s. Had been drinking, was kicking, blah, blah, blah. In Connors Key. He's asked to leave. Oh, I like these. This is good. This is really good. We get the full story.
Yeah, this is proof there's not as much crime around.
Yeah. Last time...
It was quite a temperament evening.
The sun was shining as Jake beat an old woman with her own walking stick. Jake Moody also tried to strangle. He sounds a lovely character.
So,
His aunt,
if she's
when
got
the
a
aunt
walking
tries to
stick, she's
stop-
either very old or she's disabled, isn't she? So
I wonder what she did to deserve it, though. Hey, well,
it does make you think.
what was the
doesn't it?
build-up to this? Earlier, he punched her niece. The judge jailed him for 21 months. That's all you get for beating an old woman with a stick. With her own walking
And a
stick.
child, potentially a child.
Yeah. Now, good start. David Cater.
No, how to clean up dark spots on face, neck, chest, and hands.
I wonder if we'll get the...
I wonder if we can get them bleached as well as my anus.
Some interesting ads on you that it's picking up from what you normally look at.
What, onesies and tits?
Yeah, onesies, tits, and bleaching of
David Cattle
David Cater.
or Cater?
I don't know, cattle.
Oh, old.
Older.
Recede.
Yeah, pedo.
Oh.
Pedo. He looks like the Emperor in...
No, I tell you, he does look like. He
Star
looks
Wars.
like the old man in The Simpsons.
Mr. Burns?
No. What's his fucking name? There's an old man in Simpsons that looks like him. He's got like a beard. He's in the old people's home. He normally
Oh, he's fucking quality.
with like.
Oh, what's
Dave
his name?
Simpson's mate.
Yeah, what's his name? Need to look that up.
Dave Cater.
Dave Cater. Daniel Bedingfield. Abe Simpson's friend. I want to say Old Man Gale, but it's not. Jasper Beardsley.
Yeah, so we've got Jasper Beardsley here. David 71
71.
Of Helen's Crescent, Pentrafe, Anglesey.
He has definitely been looking at child abuse images online. That's a paedophile.
He's also had his nose busted a few times.
Oh yeah.
So he's either been beaten up because he is a pedo, or he's a bit of a bruiser.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. That nose has seen. But they all play rugby, don't they, in Wales? Maybe he's just like a former scrum half or something. He's just been beat the shit out of. But yeah, that look, that kind of unkempt hair, beard look. I'm always a bit suspicious of that.
If you
Like in a
can't
judgment.
if you can't look after yourself.
Yeah. In my very, very old job, I'm probably going back about 10 years, we had some people move to our office, and they were from the outback of Beyond. They like closed down another office, and they moved them in. Fucking full of freaks. And this guy, his name was Trahan, and he was Irish originally, but he'd lived in England for years and years and years. And I was giving him to mentor because he'd moved from like one work area into ours, and he looked very not exactly the same as him. He had longer hair actually at the back. He had super long hair, but
Smell.
yeah, stank of piss. And it got to the point where loads of the female staff were complaining, because he smelt so bad, and the manager had to have a word with him to like wash. But his hair was like he smoked rollies. It was like a mixture of like piss and musty cigarette smell, but really strong tobacco. But his hair was white,
Greasy.
but it turned yellow. You know, like
Yeah.
that's how little he'd washed his hair. Is it almost like it changed colour? And that's what that guy reminds me of. David Cater. I think paedophile. I'm going straight for it.
He looks like a drinker.
Who then beats his wife.
Potentially.
That's not.
I'm going to say drunk and disorderly. Like, you know, the pissheads that sit outside Wetherspoons at 10 in the morning.
You know how a lot of them are dead behind the eyes? I don't think he's dead behind the eyes. He's like sad.
He looks a bit remorseful.
Yeah, he looks
or
sad.
He's either longingly staring at a pint or a naked child, depending on which way it goes.
Yeah, I'm staying. I got to stay with paedophile.
Right, okay. I'm going to go drunk and
What else is
disorderly,
there to do on
pissed in the
Anglesey?
street or something. Don't know.
I mean, you might not have access to the internet.
An Anglesey man
Who damaged a hospital information screen and then breached a criminal behaviour order has been jailed. David Cater caused damage at, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, Imbanga. He broke the behaviour order by being abusive. I think you're right about the drunk thing. Jailed for 4 weeks after being convicted of criminal damage. I think you're right. I think he's a sad drunk. A sad old drunk.
I bet he's got a greyhound. Rehomed a really nice.
Let's see if we can find him. Let's try and befriend him.
I'll fucking Google him then. He's not gonna be any.
Okay, so that was Dave Cater. Oh, look at this.
Oh, could be some.
Yeah, we have underestimated North Wales. Minhai Panait Sir I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Mama me Maiha.
Mamma mia, Panatsirika.
Yeah, so episode how to fit foreign names into fucking Mamma Mia ABBA songs.
ABBA hits.
Well,
where would that be? Is that like Yugoslavia or something? Minhai Sasika.
Well, black hair
Yeah.
so far.
The criminal. Send him down. Throw away the key.
Oh,
Throw away the key.
oh, he's got one of them like almost like flock of seagulls.
Fuck
He needs his little bits poking up at the sides now.
That's got to be. That's not like Eastern Europe. That's almost kind of like the gateway to Asia, kind of.
Oh,
Do you know what I
okay.
mean? I think he's more like Macedonia or
okay.
somewhere like that.
Like former Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got depressing eyes. My God.
He's got a bulbous nose.
Jesus.
Oh, I don't know. He looks a bit of a Slav, doesn't he?
Slav.
You wouldn't want to fight him. I
No.
reckon he'd break you. Like Ivan Drago. Yeah, he looks a bit of a rum laddie, he does.
Yeah, very dark eyes, hasn't he? Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, this is a tough one. My
Drug
head is telling me no. Yeah, I was going to say some sort of trafficking. Maybe people, but I don't know. North Wales.
The thing you got to think though, I know that there's a port in North Wales, Holyhead,
Right.
and there's apparently a lot of traffic from Ireland comes into the UK from
into there, or Holyhead, or like Stranraer in Scotland.
So do you think he's like a lorry driver bringing in?
I'm not sure, but I know for a fact if North Wales, it could be. Oh,
It's a good call.
I'm thinking Anglesey though, aren't I? Yeah, but Anglesey's.
It's got to be near Holyhead, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess this would cover Holyhead, wouldn't it? But that I know that he does look. He looks like a thug.
I'm gonna say.
Unless that's a Welsh name.
I'm gonna say that he. Oh, I'm gonna say he beat up his girlfriend. I'm just gonna go completely the opposite direction. I like the way you're heading, but I'm gonna say
I'm
he
going.
beat up his
I'm
girlfriend.
going some sort of drug dealing.
Okay, let's do it. He's probably like 15 or something.
Oh.
A man who slashed his victim across the leg after stabbing another in the back has been locked up. Jesus. 26. Holyhead, you're right.
Holyhead Road, Bangor.
Was found guilty of wounding and sentenced to 8 years in prison. So he tried to fucking stab someone to death. It says his victim, doesn't it?
Mm.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Eight years in prison. They must have been serious, because fucking hell. That guy who beat the old woman with a stick, it didn't get that long. So he got in disagreement with the victim before going home and arming himself with a knife.
That linked to another.
Oh, okay. So we might get the full story.
You're hoping it was his missus he stabbed, isn't it?
I got a feeling it's a woman. The fact they're saying victim.
As opposed to a person who deserved it.
Wounding.
Well, he wounded me. Not telling us anything.
You're thinking that... No, it's no more than was on the other screen. Ah, September 11th as well. Terrorist. Yeah, that's what it said. Oh, we're there. Spoilers. Sorry. That was a lot more serious than I was expecting. Yeah, I wouldn't expect stabbies in North Wales. That's up the ante a little bit. Perhaps need to be a bit. Look at this, Kaya Kokaglagu. Sounds like a
Plays
footballer.
for fucking AC Milan, doesn't he? That's Hakan Kanoglu, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. Kaya
Kolakaglu. Yeah, our diversity thing goes out the window here, really, doesn't it? Unless these are Welsh names that we just don't know.
No, they run the local takeaways.
He doesn't have.
Did you hear about what happened in the south of Wales? Some fucking young girl got stabbed to death in a Chinese.
With chopsticks or
No,
something. Is this going to be like a fucking...
It's like
No, I haven't heard this.
Treorchy or something. Treorchy?
Right.
no, there was like a tiny little village, and
I know we're fucking digressing, right? But
No, I'm interested.
I don't know how you spell it.
Treorchy stabbing. You use Bing.
no, I don't. I fucking hate Bing. Yeah, everything we know as girl 16 is killed in village knife attack.
South Wales police have confirmed.
Fuck off. Pronounce all that.
16 in a rural village. I know that one. Rhondda Cunnan Taff. Yeah. Investigations are continuing. Jesus. 2 men.
Yeah, the Black Chinese takeaway.
Grade A student. Jesus Christ, you wouldn't expect that to happen somewhere. It just shows it, shit can happen anyway. It's always related to immigrants in some way. No, I'm joking.
It's always
I'm joking.
knives just got Somali written all over.
I noticed.
maybe a Somali person has decided to do some sort of like Chinese infusion meal, because obviously a Chinese person would do stuff. They just leak a virus into the village and hopefully it will slowly kill everyone, or get their government to kill them. by locking them in the houses.
I'm just
That's
trying to
what
think of
them
the.
Chinese would do.
I'm trying to think of the headline, like Caitlin chop suey or something. Like, that's because I'm sick in the head. I noticed when you flicked over though, the story that come up. Have you heard about that girl in London who went missing, and they've arrested a copper? Yeah, have you seen that?
No, coppers are normally up to.
Yeah,
Well, was he involved in the disappearance? Was he?
yeah. Well,
Or just
so
didn't
they
do
say.
reporting properly?
Yeah, she went missing walking home, and
Oh, I saw.
yeah,
That.
yeah,
Yeah.
she. I think it was a week or so ago, and they've arrested a Met police officer who was off duty at the time and charged him with indecent exposure, and kidnapping. So, but I mean, if you've done both of that, you'd think the charge would be murder. Like, where's the girl?
Look after themselves, don't they?
Yeah, what's going on? But yeah, anyway, here he is. I'd say he's stubbly on top.
That's Turkish, that name.
I'm gonna say he's gonna have like a big, bulbous,
Big neck on
nose.
him.
Yeah. He's got a few lines on his head. Oh, a nice little scar. Not as bulbous a nose as I was hoping for.
No.
Jesus
Looks
Christ.
like a rum lad, though. doesn't
He's
he?
an ugly cunt, isn't he? I think, that's altercations. That you don't end up with cuts on your face and head without some sort of altercation. Do you think? I mean, I suppose I don't know when this was taken, but how else do you end up with a fucking
How
cut?
old is he?
Right. Based on last time we did this,
14.
he's probably like 19 or something. He's got to be.
38.
God, I'd have said even older than that. 40, I'd have gone for.
I'm going
41.
for 37.
Right, okay. Fucking some people have had hard lives, haven't
And I
they? Me and you both look dead young, I
Like
think.
14.
Yeah, I think this could be another one where, like, they've taken the violence too far. Like that guy
Why is he
earlier.
not plucked? More importantly, why has he not plucked the hairs between his eyebrows?
Could have just lowered the razor from the top of his head.
Yeah. You think it's escalated?
Yeah, I think there's a tendency in some of the more foreign sounding people to, like, take it too far. Where it would normally be a fist fight. Like, that guy went home and got a knife out. It's like, why couldn't you just have a scrap? Like, no, you don't go to jail. If two people want to fight, and they have a fight and one beats up the other, very rarely does that end in someone going to prison. Like, somebody might press charges if you've beaten the shit out of them. But if me and you want to fight, we have a fight, you win or I win.
Ends up resting on the floor.
That's
and then turn into kissing.
yeah, that's the end of the thing. I mean, the gay sex afterwards is probably taking it too far. But yeah, I think he's taking it too far. I think he's like.
Is it because it's more kind of, if they're from, like we were saying in the last one, countries where violence is probably a bit more day to day?
Yeah, but possibly. I mean, maybe.
Like, if he is from wherever or.
Well, it's like that's a Turkish sounding name, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's Turkish. And I think it's drugs.
So I'm gonna say fighting.
Right.
I think he's
37.
I think he's beating the
Turkish,
shit out
and
of
it's
someone.
Drugs.
Beating the shit out of someone. I'm gonna say it's still 0-0 at the moment, isn't it? We've not had any.
Fucking shit.
Where's the like Llewellyn Ap David? I was too good at saying Llewellyn.
From
Lime Street, Ellesmere Port. He's not even from Wales. After he took his mask off to buy booze in a convenience store shortly after he robbed a nearby shop, he pleaded guilty to robbery and possession of a knife, and triggering a suspended sentence for earlier crimes, was jailed for 50 months in Chester. Armed robber. Fucking hell.
We're shit.
We are shit, because that was obvious. Those little cuts on his face, bloody. He lived in real. That's why.
Connor Birchall Roberts. Right, is it? Right, there's two types of double barrel name.
Yeah, scallywag or posh.
Absolute fucking scumbag or posh cunt.
Well, the fact he's on this list to me would suggest he's a scallywag.
And
little
his name's
cunt.
Connor.
Connor, yeah, Connor. Yeah, he's
It's going
gonna
to be a Tarquin Birchall Roberts, and that he'd be posh, but not a Connor.
he's gonna be under 25 with a name like Connor, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to be a little.
I bet he's going to be a little
Scrotum.
Let's have a look. Oh,
Curly-headed fuck.
oh, fucking hell!
That's that's a head of hair he's got. He's what's his name?
Jesus.
Napoleon Dynamite.
I've got no sweet skills.
What is going on here?
Oh, he's got a perm.
Oh, the perm. We were talking about perms. Look at the size of his fucking cheeks. He's got an hourglass head.
He's got like an aubergine shaped head.
Fuck
He's
me.
a white Chinese man. And he's got shit facial hair. If you can't grow proper facial hair, don't fucking grow it.
Don't do it. Curly perm. What was his name then? Connor what?
Birchall Roberts.
Birchall
That
Roberts.
curly-headed fuck.
He is like a terror to whatever village in Wales he lives in. He is an absolute cock end. And I bet they're all glad to see him locked up for something.
He's not very old.
No, he's young, isn't he? 18, 19, do you reckon? I don't think...
I think he's a thief.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it's anything to do with girls. With fucking mop like that. Jesus. Yeah. Oh, I don't... We need to not pick the same thing. Go on, you say yours. I've gone first a few times. You say yours.
He's like a drug runner, just like a gimp on a BMX.
I think... He's got quite big lips.
So you're saying he's white, crossed with black, crossed with Chinese?
You see some like... Need to go for something a bit more out there. What would that be capable of doing? I mean, it's got to be something at the lower end of the spectrum, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's not going to be anything... Yeah.
I reckon you could count the chromosomes.
I think he... What did you say? Stealing what?
I said he's a drug runner on a BMX.
Right, Juggernaut. I'm going to say he robbed like the local North Walian convenience store. That's what I think.
Spario.
I'm going to regret this. It's going to be like something dead severe. Oh! Robbery. Come on.
We didn't. None of it. That's what I said. Wobbly.
Is that all it was? There's no story.
Nope.
And neither of us got it right, did we? Or did you
I said he robbed a convenience store.
Well,
yeah, we'll give you a point for that.
Point. All right. Then.
You're 1-0.
Cool. 1-0.
Ewan Mackenzie. Sounds like a fucking Scottish name.
None of these are particularly Welsh-sounding names, are they?
No.
He's got
That's
to go for the quick.
always a concern when the hair. Either the person putting this together has been too liberal with the crop tool on Photoshop, or
He's got quite a
gonna-
high
he's
quiff.
gonna have some serious fucking Ace Ventura hair.
All right. Okay. Keep going.
Oh no!
Oh,
no!
it's
was
the
a-
crop.
yeah,
It's the crop. He's just got brushed back. Yeah, he's a lot
He's got
older
a-
than I was expecting.
Oh, I think he's leaning back.
Lean back. Lean back.
I think he's going to be a nonce, you know.
Jesus Christ.
I thought that was a fucking earring then.
They've all got shit facial hair, aren't they? The most beautiful girl in the world.
What the fuck?
it's like, you know, when someone goes to prison and they're white and they convert to Islam and they can't grow a beard.
He looks like, you know, in Bohemian Rhapsody where
Yeah.
they cut to the
Mohammed Mia.
Every week we end up with a Bohemian Rhapsody one. It's the way his head's like
It's the
tilted back.
lighting.
He thinks he's Jesus. That's what the problem with this guy. He is a cult.
Blasphemy!
He's a cult leader. He has made his followers commit suicide. He's dead behind the eyes. He done some serious shit. He's done, like, I don't know what he's been convicted of. Those eyes, to me, he has done some serious raping, or... Yeah, he's a rapist. He's a raper.
I would say he's in the same mould as Fiddler.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Fiddler on the Roof. The thing is, though, like I said with Fiddler, he wasn't convicted of paedophile, but West Midlands Police had got it wrong. Because he was. I don't care.
I can't remember what Fiddler looked like.
He had shaved all up to about just above, like,
Oh, yeah.
that fucking greasy curly monstrosity.
I remember Fiddler. You can tell you edited that one because I forgot what he
Oh,
looked
mate,
like.
don't talk about
He is a rapist.
I'm going paedophile.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he just looks like he scares me. Not that in any sort of altercation I would kill him, but his face scares me. He's disturbed. He's disturbed.
If this was America, what would you say?
He went into school with a gun. Yeah, and killed everyone. Yeah,
Long black jacket.
Yeah, he was bullied in school. His eyes freak me out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what he's done this time, but that man is a rapist. Like, no doubt in my mind.
Like you said, you wouldn't be worried for yourself, but you'd be worried for your loved ones.
Anyone that you like, I think he's got his hair tied back, probably.
Yeah.
He's got a ponytail, hasn't he? Shit beard, those eyes. Like, avoid people like that. You know, when people are like, oh, you can't judge. You see him coming towards you, or he's in a bar, you fucking go the other way.
Yeah.
He is a fucking dark individual. There's some serious shit going through his mind.
I bet he spends loads of time on Reddit.
4chan.
That's you. Right, Ewan Mackenzie, pedo, rapist.
Rapist. Sexual assault, at least.
Burglary!
No, he's a raper. He
Well,
was hoping when he
definitely didn't
broke
steal a
in,
razor.
when he was breaking in, he was hoping he was going to find somebody he could rape.
He's the type that would rape an old woman.
Yeah.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he'd rape anything.
Right. So,
Yeah, he's a disturbing character. In fact, get his face off the screen. I fucking don't like his eyes. Next, Joshua Roberts. Another shit fringe.
Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say then, actually. Joshua Roberts, garbage fringe.
He's gonna be young, isn't he? This is young hair. Shit eyebrows.
He's got like Neanderthal kind of parts of his skull, like the bulbous bit at the top of his eyes.
There's no gap between this. Oh Jesus!
I bet he's got really bad teeth. You ready?
I'm gonna guess
Got a
it.
bit of a legal gentleman nose going on.
Shit facial hair is my guess because all of them do.
Oh, can't see his
Oh
teeth.
no, he's quite square jaw there. Those lines on his face. I bet he's a lot younger than he
It's
actually.
just drugs or booze.
Yeah,
that does that to him.
that's some shit. Oh,
Is that why you've got lines on your face?
check out by here.
Oh,
Neck tattoo. I mean, if ever there was a sign of just a complete and utter bell end, it's a neck tattoo, isn't it? Like, he's up to no good.
unless you're a rock star,
Yeah, you just can't get away with that.
Or
Why,
like
and why would you
pro
want it?
skateboarder or something,
Josh Roberts.
or like Maori.
Josh Roberts is... Yeah, I can't get away from drugs. I think it's his eyes. I think it's all the lines on his face. Because I don't reckon he's that old. I reckon he's about 22, 23.
Yeah.
And yet he looks like older than us. So I'm going to say something to do with drugs. I'm going to go vague because I'm not doing very well. I'm going to say something to do with drugs. Drugs dealing, drugs running, growing drugs. Something to do with drugs.
I'm gonna go thief.
Okay. Okay.
If you're going to be as vague as drugs,
No,
I'll
thief,
be
thief.
as vague as thief.
Let's see if we can get
Okay.
some points on the board. He's a thief, right? Josh Roberts.
Hey!
Burglary!
He's a
Yeah.
fucking turd burglar.
A gang. Yeah, you can tell he's in a gang. A gang spread misery, burgling 28 homes.
Connor Carl Birchall Roberts.
So that was the guy further up. Connor Birchall Roberts.
So he's a little fucking fat jap.
So was the next one involved in it as well then? Yeah, I think he was in the same gang.
Ewan Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Carnarvon Crown Court, after houses across Wrexham, Flintshire and Cheshire were broken into. So not only broken into, because let's steal other people's possessions, but also ransacked. Usually when the occupiers were away. Yeah, I think that about sums it up. Absolute bunch of cunts. 27 though.
Wow.
£114,000 worth of goods, jewellery, handbags, perfume.
Didn't
Blah,
steal
blah,
as
blah.
much money as Serco, did they?
28 homes though before they were caught. I mean, I know it was only a month, but even so, like, what? Right. At what age did you know that taking other people's things was wrong? And can you even remember learning that lesson?
When you were a young kid, you used to take, and you had spells of kind of like taking, say, your brother's pocket money or stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Just like a little bit of this and a bit of that. But like to a point where you said to them, "I've taken your pocket money," not like you've thieved it and you've pretended you haven't done it.
What's the biggest thing you've ever stolen?
Stole a few ladies' hearts.
No. And men's virginity.
I don't know, to be honest.
I know, like I know what mine is.
I reckon I've had a few bonuses from work.
Right. Okay.
Not that I've stolen stuff from work. But do you know what I mean? If stuff's been thrown out,
You've adopted it.
well, I've taken it out of the skip.
Right.
So
That to me, that doesn't count.
Ah, right.
Like,
Stealing.
Like I know mine. I took.
Only petty stuff. It pisses me off.
I took £20 out of my gran's purse, which doesn't sound that bad, but my gran had Alzheimer's, right? And I was 14, maybe 13, 14, and it bugs me to this day that I did that.
I can imagine. That would.
That was shit. Shit thing to do.
The one I can remember is probably a chocolate bar from like Tesco's when I was like 10.
Just like took it.
Just took it and just walked out with it.
Yeah. But I think like
I don't. Do you mean I probably took a quid or a few pound out of my mum's purse? But
Right.
but I would have justified it to myself to be like, if my mum would have said, "Oh,
Mine was
if you've taken money out of it,"
Yeah.
I've been like, "Yeah, I took some money." It wouldn't be a case of I wouldn't feel that I stole it.
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever stolen from a shop.
No,
Like I can't think.
I
can't
did,
think
but only
of
on
a
one
time.
occasion. And
But
I
in a
felt
way-
really bad for it.
In
You
a
know, it's
way,
like a
I wish
fucking
I had.
chocolate bar.
I wish I had done that. Like stealing off your own family. Like 20 quid at the time as well was like a lot of money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I suppose
yeah.
it still is really.
Yeah,
Like 20
Well,
quid
yeah,
is
it'd
no
be like stealing like 50 quid. Now, probably, wouldn't it?
noticeable amount of money. But yeah, it stayed with me that I did it, and I can almost even remember what I spent it on. Like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
the crime was like,
yeah,
it
mate,
wasn't
did,
worth
Did
it.
you feel dirty?
Yeah, hideous.
So tell you the worst thing I've ever heard,
Go on.
and this is gonna fucking go really dark now.
All
this
right,
story.
yeah, that's all right,
really
that's fine.
dark. A lad from where I grew up, there was a blind lad, young blind lad, and he befriended another lad who was like, he's a bit of a wrong 'un in the
Yeah.
village sort of thing. And I remember talking to this lad, and I don't know where this conversation come from, but he was talking about if a sex scene came on, he'd crack one out if he was watching the film with the other lad.
Fucking hell.
And it was like, and he was like, oh, that's all right. He didn't know. He was like,
Yeah,
that's not the point. And trust me, he would have fucking known.
Yeah. Yeah, there's certain noises. And especially, like, a blind person is going to be attuned
Yeah.
to
the smell of penis shoes. Is that someone wanking 4 doors down? Honestly, and I was fucking, because I really like this lad, the lad who was blind, and the other lad not so much, and I was fucking disgusted, and he just couldn't see.
Yeah.
He just couldn't see.
Well, no, the blind one couldn't.
But I think it's the same with these sort of people. They just see it as, oh well, it's like,
Well, they justify it.
it's insured, or oh well, do you know what I mean? We don't care. They've got stuff.
See,
it's like, yeah, these people work their fucking asses off.
See,
and
I
stuff.
think it starts young. That, like, the point I was coming to, I think it starts young in that these sorts of people are never taught that. Not, I think they know it's wrong. I don't think they know why it's wrong. Like you said about justifying it. Like, right, for instance, this is going to go off in a weird direction now, but if somebody doesn't, I was going to say beat someone up, rape, right? Say a bloke doesn't rape women, right? But it's not
like most men.
But he wants to, right? But he knows he couldn't because he's physically weak, right?
You talking about Indians again? On their own?
Yeah, we always come back to rape. Rape's a bad example, but that's the one I went with. It doesn't make him a good person. Like,
No.
if he could, he would.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's just he can't. And it's like with these, I think.
Yeah, but is that a thought crime then? Are you going on about thought? Is that a thought crime?
I don't know, because you can't prosecute on the basis of that. I suppose the point I was trying to make is all of these things start in your head in some way. It's just some people are capable of doing things and some people aren't. So it doesn't automatically make you a good person just because you haven't done something. What I can't even.
I know.
Do you know the point I was trying to make?
I know the point you're trying to make. Yeah.
But like with people like this, I don't think that they know. They can't know. Like the pain, just because you can get away with something and it feels like, oh, they weren't in the house, so I'm not going in and tying them up or whatever. The way that you feel violated when somebody takes your personal property or ransacks your house, like,
imagine coming back from your holiday.
just fucking, like, I would want to kill them. I would want to kill them. Like, and I don't. Jewelry, right? Things that are worth money, but the thing is, those are the things that are sentimental to you. I've got a ring off my dad. I don't even wear it. They'd probably find it and steal it. It's not even worth that much.
No,
do you know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things, it's probably worth £200-300. But the sentimental value of that, it's like you've got to be pretty heartless, I think.
But you get it with like people who kill others, and it's like, say you killed someone, even if it was someone who probably deserved it, like say, I don't know, whatever, in a self-defense or I don't know, I'd be fucking devastated. Even if I got away with it, it'd probably be worse because it would eat me up then. At least if I knew I was getting punished, it was kind of, right, I'm getting my punishment for this.
There's a whole book about this, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's
the Bible.
No, it's exactly that scenario where there's like a tyrant in the place where these people are living, and this guy justifies it. There's like almost a whole story about why this person deserves to die. Like, she mistreats her daughter. She's mischievous in some way. I don't know if she robs things, but she's not a nice person. She's not a nice character. And this guy, like the main protagonist, decides to kill her. And when he weighs it up, it's like there's no negatives to this, and he can get away with it. But the whole like moral of the story is, you don't get away with it. A bit like me when I stole the 20 quid. Nobody knew. My mum and dad didn't know. My gran didn't know.
So no one,
nobody knew. It was never found out. But that ate me up because somewhere deep within me was a morality that knew that I shouldn't have done it. But yeah, I don't think all people have that. I don't think. Well, you can't. To do that to people, you can't. But I think it's like small acts. I think it's small acts when you're growing up that aren't either picked up on by your parents or you get away with in some way. Like, you don't start just burgling houses. Do you know what I mean?
No.
That is never going to be your first port of call. That's probably 10, 15 years of getting away with shit and not being called on your lies.
But how the fuck can them three orchestrate 28 home burglaries?
Social media, probably. People posting their
But
own
look at
holiday.
them.
Yeah, fucking hell, yeah.
Fucking morons, mate. Anyway.
They only stole 114 grand's worth of goods from 28 houses. Which, to me, suggests the houses they were going after... maybe I'm being a bit of a harsh bastard, but...
say you steal a telly from each one, and if they're grand TVs, you'll get 500 quid from. That's 14 grand. So the other 100.
Yeah, but
unless it was cars.
If we picked the right house between me and you, we could nick 114 grand's worth.
Fucking hell, mate! You can't even steal 20 quid without crying.
You can nick that from one
I can
house.
steal a chocolate bar.
Yeah, true. Anyway, went off on a tangent there. Victims, that's violated. I said those words. Oh, fair dues, they got decent sentence. 7 years, they'll be out after 3. Yeah, those are all decent sentences.
They'd pay, wouldn't they? They would pay.
But then you put them in prison and they meet other wankers.
Yeah.
And come out and re-offend.
Christopher Mark Shaw. Well.
Oh, a bit further out. Either that, he's got a little tiny head. Bit older here.
Hell. He hasn't got a 4 head. He's got a 12 head. Keeps going. That's another cone head.
Christopher Mark Shaw. He's got one ear, a lot bigger than the other one.
Oh, he's got a fucking bulbous nose.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus
He looks
Christ.
like a nasty piece of work. I reckon he's drugs.
Oh, shit. I didn't see it. Did you see it?
It was quick.
Christopher Mark Shaw, aged 22. I think, like, he looks to me like the sort of person who fucking knock on an old person's house while his mate was going round the back breaking in, pretending he's like a tradesman. I love coming up with stories about that.
There was a spate of that when my nan was alive. There was a spate of that, and they did that to a woman who had motor neuron disease. So she was sat in a chair, couldn't move, knew what was going on, and they literally fucking emptied her house in the middle of the day. And I swore down that if that ever happened to my nan,
You kill him.
they were gonna die. Honestly, they were gonna die. I don't care. I wouldn't. If someone would have gone, "Oh, you got 14 years in prison," they'd be like,
There's a case in...
I would have felt bad probably for going over the top, but fucking hell.
There's a case in Russia at the moment, and there's a lot of public support where a guy basically found a paedophile abusing a kid, and he killed him on the spot. And there's a lot of public outrage that he was sent down.
Fucking knight him or what
Yeah.
they do over there.
Well, he was sent down, and it was a hefty sentence as well, like 15, 20 years. And there's a lot of public kind of outrage that actually, yes, he has done wrong. I don't think anyone's saying he shouldn't go to prison, but they're saying in light of what he saw, like, that's gonna fucking, you don't want to see that.
No.
Somebody abusing a child, and I think he knew the kid as well. Pardon me, I don't think it was a relative. but I think it was a kid he knew. But I can imagine doing that. Like if I had a weapon,
Raping a child?
if I had a weapon to hand. And I found that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd punch somebody, but if I had, if there was a fucking piece of wood or a bat nearby,
you wouldn't need a weapon,
think,
would you? You'd
no.
That pump full of energy.
But what I mean is, the chances of me killing somebody by punching them are probably quite slim. But if there was a weapon there, I would beat the fuck out of them, and I wouldn't really think twice about it. So yeah, but I hate. I think that kind of level of lack of conscience worries me a bit. Like, you know, when you hear of people like abusing an animal, like, to me that means they will do a million times worse.
Yeah, because
do you know what I mean?
That's a lot of the time you find, well, fucking all I ever do is watch film programs about murder and shit. A lot of the time you find it all started
yes
torturing animals and killing animals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it escalates.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that fucking paedophile hunter on Channel 4? That programme about the undercover cops? Basically,
no, I
Britain.
think you recommended it. I haven't watched it.
Hell. Bad. But the interesting thing was, the perpetrators, the paedophiles, the people who were doing it, it was kind of, they never felt like they were going to get caught. And they always almost felt that the coppers, this is the impression I got, that the coppers had kind of overreacted, because it was almost like in the virtual world that this was happening.
Right, so it's like it doesn't count.
It's not like, it's not in the real world. But it was fucking weird, honestly, mate. You've got to watch it, but it's scary.
I think I'd struggle as a copper as well, because the times I haven't watched that particular documentary, but I have watched other, like, paedophiles caught out, arranged to meet up with people and stuff, and a lot of times,
like, goblin nunts.
Yeah. Leave me alone. What's the other one say?
Bald nunts.
Bald nunts.
Thank you for ruining my holiday.
And the other one says something like, "I'll knock you clean out," or something, doesn't it? Those, yeah, you shouldn't laugh, but those are funny. But quite often, they're arrogant and cocky, and I think if I was a policeman that had caught them, I'd really struggle. Like, I'd want to exact justice, and you can't do that. Like, you're there to... They've still got rights, haven't they? Yeah. Even if they are caught in the act, they've still got rights, because that's what separates civilized countries from uncivilized countries. But I'd really struggle with that. I gotta say,
the bit in it that really gets you, not that you feel sorry for these people at all, is the coppers knocking on the door, the missus answering, them saying, "Oh, is your boyfriend there?" The boyfriend or husband being taken away, and then they film the coppers dropping the guy off a couple of hours later, because they're out on fucking whatever you call it, bail or whatever. They're not. It's not like they're locked up.
You just go straight.
They could be out in the public for another year. It's like, you just see him like knocking on the door, waiting for his missus to let him back in the house, and then you see him walk in, then he's gonna have to explain what he's been arrested for. It's fucking so real. Do you know what I mean? Don't feel sorry for the cunt, but it's just like, wow, imagine that.
The only thing, like, we've had lots of conversations like this, and one of the things I love about the podcast is it gives us like a chance to go down these avenues that you just wouldn't normally. I do think that the internet has given people who probably would have never, if you go back 40 years, a lot of these people getting caught now wouldn't have acted on it. That's my guess.
Yeah, but you're now going back to the person who wants to do it in their head but can't physically do it.
Yes, yeah, they would have done some imagination shit or got their wife to
they would have gone to, they would have learnt theology, they would have become a priest or whatever they do.
Yeah, well, possibly. But I do think, like, the internet and the dark web and whatever means no matter what your weird fetish is now, like, forget all the paedophile shit. If you lived in North Wales like these people, right, in the middle of nowhere, and your fetish was
Shitting in a piece of cling film and then wrapping it around
mate,
your head.
you sent me a video the other day of this guy who I've seen before. He goes on Twitter and he's like, his whole spiel is like, I'm the naked guy, and people get him to say stuff and whatever. And I've always thought, this guy's fucking weird. Like, even though it was like good humoured, I'm like, this guy's
wasn't.
fucking weird. You sent me a video of him shitting on some cling film and then wrapping it round his own face. What the fuck?
Someone said,
Why the fuck did you send me
Someone sent that to me.
Yeah,
I
you
watched
didn't.
it, so you had to.
The response to being sent that isn't, I'm going to forward this on. It's, I'm going to fucking delete this from my phone and reply to who sent it to me and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? But that was out in the public.
I can't say that because it was my mum.
How's that not a
Criminal offence.
offence? Like,
There are like, if people sentiment was people interfering with animals, could be in North Wales. That would be an offence. But you think of the amount of stuff that goes, like even on this paedophile programme, going back to the pedos, the amount of shit out there, it's almost like fucking needle in a haystack. Not on needle in a haystack, Jimmy, it's like a tiny fucking proportion of the people that are doing this getting caught. We are going to create a fucking profile online. Not that we're going to fucking become a paedophile hunter or anything. We'll have it for a week and we'll see what happens. We're going to do it. Just be interesting. Not go out fishing, just fucking say, we're 14-year-old lad. That's it. See what happens.
fucking hell.
And if someone asks us how old we are, we'll tell them how old we are.
I think, like, well, we've gone. Yeah, what did Christopher Mark Shaw actually do? I think I would struggle not to engage. Do you know what I mean? If we had a profile.
No, we will engage for a certain amount of time. But that'll be it then.
Are you going to send them a picture of your white butthole after
After it's bleached, yes. It'll probably need waxing as well, mate. I need more wax.
That would be the needle in the haystack then, wouldn't it? Right, Christopher Mark Shaw, let's get back on track. He is in a gang that target old people.
Drugs.
Okay.
Drug offences.
Dealer. 2-1 to you.
It wasn't done for drugs, though. He was done for being out in his car during lockdown. Cocaine was irrelevant.
I like the fact they said he had a VW Golf. Like, that makes any difference. Did you say it's from Liverpool?
Yeah.
So do you get prosecuted in the place where the thing happened?
I don't know how it works, mate.
It sounds like it did. Quarry Street, Liverpool, but he was around Welshpool. Yeah. Good call. 2-1 to you.
I don't know how you pronounce that. Kian?
Kean, we'll go for Loftus.
Or it could be a typo and his name just could be Ian.
Loftus makes me think of,
Loftus Cheek.
yeah,
Oh,
or
God.
Loftus Road.
Or Loftus Shit Air.
I can't say anything about shit hair. We're right in the middle of lockdown. I haven't had my hair cut for about 2 months.
Oh, no, fucking hell.
My hair's a fucking disgrace.
I
Another
was
big
hoping
forehead.
for a fucking birthday trim, I was. Not going to fucking happen, is it?
You've got a mate who's a hairdresser. She'd probably do it, wouldn't she?
Yeah, use the term loosely.
What, hairdresser or friend?
Friend. No, she wouldn't.
Kean Loftus. That's like a fucking...
Looks a bit like you,
Oh.
in a way.
I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't actually, no.
His beard doesn't match his hair.
Like me.
Ginger beard. I was going to say he's got a default criminal face until you said he looks like me.
Oh, no, I meant rapist face.
He's got a flat ear on one side.
Do you remember Chewing Gum ear from school?
Who was that?
The lad a couple of years above us. His sister was in our year, and he had looked like he had chewing gum stuck behind his ear.
I remember Leonard Nimoy. You know?
No, not Leonard Nimoy.
Not Len.
Not Len.
No,
Chewing gum ear.
Who was his sister?
Nikki. Doesn't matter. You tapped off with her at prom.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was her brother.
Yeah, chewing gum ear.
Oh, okay. I tapped off with her at the prom.
Yeah. Not even your prom. You decided to come back and take one.
Did. Well, I tried with some fitter ones, and no, I do remember that. I was steaming.
I was steam mode.
There's a picture of me and you together at that one, and my face is like
Bright red.
glowing red.
Blotchy, like
Yeah.
like a seasoned drinker.
Just fucking hideous. It's like looking back, all the girls that I fancied didn't fancy me. Now I know exactly why. Just a big, round, fucking red face.
Like a beetroot with hair.
The ugliest fucking human being at the whole prom. They were all dressed up and I wasn't. Yeah, shocking. Yeah.
Right, what's this cunt done then?
There's been a lot of burglary, hasn't there? He looks like he's capable of violence.
I'm gonna go burglary.
I'll say assault.
No.
They like it. It's all Mould Crown Court, isn't it?
Nothing.
Oh, come on.
Right, his names can't be fucking...
Kian Loftus. Loved you?
Yeah, it's the Latin one.
Man. Oh, is that the same guy?
Yeah.
We might have some... Oh, it's going to be one of those where those are going to be the next two faces, pal. You just... Spoiler.
Yeah.
It's alright, Michael Corbett. We won't comment on him. He's out of all the ones, go up. I'd say he's the best looking person on the list.
He looks
so
a bit
far.
pseudo-Italian, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks non-criminal. Matthew Howard looks a bit puzzled. He looks like he's on the bog. He's like straining. Do they give them all that t-shirt? They've all got that grey shit t-shirt. Man who ran a pub among 3 years, 8 months dealing drugs. The Mill Tavern in Flint. You've got to be a dickhead to do that, haven't you? It's one thing I've learned in life is there'll always be somebody willing to fucking
What?
throw you under the bus, chop you in. Like,
Oh, yeah,
Like-
yeah.
in my old job, we regularly used to get sort of dobbing in letters from people who'd been bragging about, you know, stuff that they were up to. You're not going to get... You're doing that from your own pub.
Mm.
You've got to be a dick, haven't you?
You only have to upset one person.
Yeah. Someone's going to dob you in.
Kyle Crompton.
Kyle Crompton. We had a T-tick.
Straight out of Crompton. His motherfucking name, Ice Cube.
Kyle. That's going to be a young person.
No, curly-headed fuck alert.
Does he have a perm?
Oh, I don't know.
What's going on with his head?
What the fuck? How white is he? Is he dead?
I think he was
Oh,
in
wow.
Hanson. Oh,
Right,
face tattoos. We've got the ante.
Yeah, let me get going. Right, unless you're some sort of fucking like Russian mafia or Maori again, or some sort of kind of cultural. If you have got a tattoo on your face, you are a cunt.
So the teardrop normally means you've killed somebody, doesn't
Yeah.
it? What does a love heart and a cross mean?
Fuck knows.
Look at the state of this bell end.
And he's trying to grow a moustache.
Oh my god.
I think he was in Hanson.
Oh, can you remember fucking our mate in school? He fancied the drummer off Hanson, and he thought it was a girl. It's like, no, that's a bloke. That's a lad. No, she's well fit. No, mate.
No,
This
still-
was like back in the day when we were all like rushing to the nearest computer room, like taking ages to fucking
Hanson.
Google it. Right, what's
The sad part about him is he reminds me a little bit of my next door neighbour. He was a young lad, had a bit of mental health problems. I liked him, but he needed help.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting tattooed. One of his friends bought a tattoo gun and just drew shit all over him one night when they were either pissed or stoned. And that, to me, he looks like that. A bit more tragic than anything, do you know what I mean? That lad hasn't had any parents, has he?
Or sunlight. I think it's drugs.
Arson.
Yeah.
Arson.
I said arson before.
He set fire to his.
I hope he
mum's-
wasn't too close to it, because he fucking would
He
burn.
could go up.
Milky would burn.
Arson.
He'd get sunburnt opening the fridge.
Yeah, arson. I'm going for
Arson, I'm going for drugs.
Arsene Wenger.
Failed to attend his trial.
Rill.
A man was arrested in jail for a fray. Is that beating someone up?
Possession of a bladed article and witness intimidation. He was found guilty in absence. He was arrested. Yeah,
He's a little wanker, isn't he?
proper.
Luke Wallace.
Luke Wallace. There's been some fucking shit hairdos on this one.
Oh my god. Another £5 haircut.
What's going on with his head? What's going on with his head? He is looking in the wrong direction. Oh, Jesus Christ. My God.
He's a paedophile.
That man has a mental problem. Look at his mouth. They captured him like mid-stroke.
I think he's like a bit of an incel type. Even though he looks like a relatively normal lad, he looks very sheepish unless they just caught him off guard.
Luke Wallace.
Almost like can't look people in the eye.
Can't even look at the camera for his mugshot.
Yeah. Or maybe he's like really autistic or something. Or
Yeah.
maybe I'm just really barking up the wrong tree.
He was raised by
Wolves.
a single mother,
Yeah.
and she is devastated because she gave him everything. She worked her arse off.
Even head.
She worked her arse off, and he got away with murder, and that's why he turned into a bellend. And he, I want to say he tried to groom a kid.
I want to say nonce. I don't know why.
Yeah. The fact he can't look at the camera. I'm going to say nonce. What are you going for?
I'm going nonce.
Okay. Grey jumper. They like those
Quite a
in North
low
Wales.
BMI as well.
16 months. Oh dear. Another knife. Who'd have known that North Wales was so fucking... Luke Wallace ran into his victim's garden, attempted to stab him. Jesus Christ.
Panda.
He's got...
Christopher George William Pounder.
He sounds like aristocracy.
Yeah. His real name's Double.
Quarter. I made myself laugh there. Christopher George William Pounder. Is it? He's got to be a gypsy or something then, hasn't he? Where's his forehead?
Oh wow.
Good hairline.
Humpty fucking Dumpty.
Oh dear. This one's gonna be fucking ugly.
Old or young?
He's gotta be old. With a head like... He's got to be old. Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh, maybe not as old as I thought.
Woo!
Just peeking over like a garden wall.
Hi, my name's Christopher Zurge William Pounder. They call me Double.
Oh,
he looks like a cunt.
Jesus. Oh, has he got neck tattoo? Keep going. Neck tattoo. And he wasn't as old
He
as I
needs to
thought.
see a chiropractor. Did you see he wanted his right and left shoulders out?
Yeah, his shoulders are well out of alignment. And they're not...
Has he got a gum shield in as well?
They're not men's shoulders. Like, look at my shoulders. I'm not saying I'm particularly broad, but
Yeah.
my shoulders don't go down.
They're like
like,
slope.
like they go out to the side. What the fuck is going on with him?
I bet he's got massive teeth. I bet he's got like Ronaldinho teeth.
He's hiding something, isn't he? Like pouting. What is that tattoo as well?
Is it a horse?
Is he drawing a dog?
Right, what's this cunt done?
Robbery.
Yeah, I think he's a thief.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, mate.
He fancies himself as a criminal, but he's just a fucking petty little bastard.
Chris Pounder. Pounder. What's the shit we were given in school? Pounder!
With those teeth.
Should have called you Nibbler.
Pounder. Oh, stolen car! Oh, and it was part of drugs.
Hiding in a shed.
Jesus Christ, where's he from?
Wrexham. It had photographs and messages consistent with a sales supply of
Class
cassette.
A and B.
One said, "I've got top flake." What the fuck's that mean?
Pounder.
Oh, this
we've got a well-sounded one. Finally. Shot
Sean or
shot Cheyenne.
Sean.
Sion.
He's no Kazakh. David Glenmorgan.
I think it's the Welsh for Sean, isn't it?
For fucking massive quiff. Oh.
Another shit
Oh,
hairdo.
mate, I'm getting fiddler flashbacks here.
Shit hairdo.
His eyes are different.
He's got half of his face is
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, mate.
He does look like an aborted fetus.
That hairdo. Like, you're the ugliest person I've ever seen. Like, no hairdo's gonna rescue that. Just fucking have a normal hairstyle. I don't know what that person's capable of doing. Just looks like a little fanny. He's young, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's got to be like 19 or something like that.
20. I reckon he's a thief.
He's the first one who sounded remotely Welsh. So, I'm going to say agricultural thievery.
Right, I'm going to have to be more... You've been specific, I'm going to have to be specific. Specific. I think he stole a car.
Yeah, so that's a good call, actually. I like that.
20 weeks?
20 weeks, so it's something not particularly... Oh!
From Carnarvon was found hiding in a car. How big was the fucking cupboard?
Stolen a car, though. You get 2 points for that.
Alright, so what am
Do I get a point for stealing or not?
Yeah, I'll be generous.
You're way in front. There's a lot happening in Llangollen, isn't there?
Jordan Mark Matthews. Right, why has somebody missed this bit here?
That's his minge. Oh,
What's
Jesus.
And what's this? Where's the feed?
He looks like a midget.
Yeah, when they have like the bulbous forehead.
He looks like a midget.
Yeah. I bet he's got big teeth.
Like, look, you know that bone over his eye?
Yes, that's
Like,
that Neanderthal thing I was going on about
Yes,
before.
that.
I bet he's got big teeth. Bet he could eat an apple through a tennis racket.
I'm going to say shit moustache. Shit moustache, come on. Oh my god. Yes! Well, shit beard.
They're not on show, but he's holding his mouth like he's got some gnashes. Show me them incisors. Surprised he hasn't got a neck tattoo.
Jordan Matthews.
You're a cunt if you call it Jordan, basically.
Jordan, yeah.
Beating up a girlfriend.
Yeah, he looks capable of domestic kind of abuse. We've had a lot of sort of burglary type, low level shite, haven't we?
Mm.
Although we just did have a stolen car. Would he be capable of stealing a car? You're going with beat up his girlfriend. I'm gonna say rob the garage. Doesn't look particularly bright.
Oh, police.
No headlights on.
You said something interesting a while back. About you were listening to a guy who doing a podcast, and he was saying that people who drink drive should be looked on the same as, was it paedophiles? Remember you saying something? What was the story?
That it should have like the same level of
like taboo
to
or,
it.
Yeah, you said something.
Yeah, I can't
do you
remember
what I'm
where.
talking about?
Yeah, I can.
It was almost like the people who kill, like, kids in car accidents or something. I think it was should be looked on the same as murderers. I can't remember exactly what it was, but people who fucking drive like cunts.
Yeah, drink drive,
or just drive like absolute. They're fucking out of the book.
It needs to have that same level of stigma.
Because you go in the local. And there'll be a few old boys in there. They'll be like,
yeah,
oh, he's had 5 pints,
and he's still driving home.
Yeah, and no one fucking bats an eyelid.
Yeah. I think that
should have the same kind of. There should be the same sort of taboo as if someone knew that he was going to go home and fucking turn on some kiddie porn.
Yeah, and it's like, if it did, imagine how many lives it would save. You know, if your mates in the pub said, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you've just had 5 pints and you're talking about driving. You're a fucking dick. You're going to drive in the place we all live.
Yeah.
So the chances are, if something did happen, it's going to happen to people we know. Like, fucking get a taxi, you wanker. Yeah, that was what that was about. But it doesn't. And I don't know why. Because it's like, even within our family...
they always think about not getting caught or
they might lose their license. Who cares? Like,
they don't ever think that.
Yeah. Well, it's like I've got,
and don't get me wrong, it's 99.9% male.
I've got loads of retro beer mats in here, and I do think it's interesting. Like, these are from the 70s and 80s, and rather than saying don't drink and drive, it says things like don't have one for the road. So it's almost like you've already had a drink, don't have another one. And like another one is don't drink and drive, you might lose your license. And it's like, no, you might fucking kill a pedestrian or a child. So I think in a way, like, the not advertising, the deterrent, the stigma, if you like, has grown. But weirdly, like you say, someone in our family got done for drink driving and got a year ban, I think.
I know someone who's been banned 3 times.
And it was almost like, oh, it's a shame they got caught. And it's like, no, we've all got kids. Like, we should be saying to them to one side,
What the fuck?
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you could have hurt someone else, you could have killed yourself, all for the sake of fucking a £10 taxi ride.
I know a young lad.
You're a knob.
Young lad who died because he was a passenger in a.
Tragic.
And it's easy at the time, obviously, if he's had a couple of drinks or whatever, and his mate's like, "Oh, come on, we'll go somewhere."
Yeah.
And he's had a few, and but just don't get in the car with someone.
So it happens.
I've had some serious fucking arguments with people.
Yeah.
'Cause you know me, I'm not anti-drink at all, but I'm very anti-drink drive.
Yeah.
Very anti-drink drive, and I rub people up the wrong way.
But
really rub people.
it should
because
have this-
I'll fucking say to you,
But it should have.
I'll get your keys off you.
That's what you were
But
saying.
I'm seen as the fucking
Bad
killjoy
guy.
wanker.
Yeah.
Always, because where I used to live,
Well, they
there's
were
a
all
big
at it,
drink.
weren't they?
They're
Yeah.
all at it, and I used to really pull my chops at it, and I was never quiet about it. But I was almost like ostracised in a way because I didn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't pull any.
I don't
punches.
know. I wouldn't buy into it because it's fucking stupid. Because I always knew that if someone I couldn't live with myself, or I don't want, because some of these people I like, some of them were even my friends, and I just fucking don't. It fucking pisses me off.
I do think, in a way, that was. I think because you lived in a slightly more rural place, they almost thought like the worst that could happen, they roll their car and end up in a hedge.
But that's the thing, though. Even though it's not. I can't remember where I saw the stats before. Even though it's not built up and there's less people, you're more likely, if there is an accident, someone's more likely to die.
Yeah.
Because they're open roads, higher
Windy
speeds.
roads, dark, not lit.
There's not
yeah.
like loads of street furniture, like fucking barriers and stuff that you're just going to twat or a bridge or something. There's more likely to be a death involved if there's a car.
So when you say ostracised, how did that like? I don't know.
How did that manifest?
Manifest itself. Yeah, that's the.
Just kind of people almost like being a bit secretive, or
Were you ever
making snide comments.
Were you ever tempted to call the police?
A couple of times, yeah.
Yeah.
I never did. There was one guy who got done once, and he was a self-employed tradesman, and then basically to carry on working, he had to employ someone to do his driving for him, and then.
For the sake of 5-6 pints
But
at the pub.
but it was like everybody knew he was going to drive home, but the bar kept serving him, and like at the end of the day, it was like, oh no, take his keys off him. Oh, make sure he doesn't go, knowing that he's going to go to the toilet for a piss, and then he's going to go out the back door. And because everyone these really noisy boy racer cars, you could hear it firing up. No one said anything. No one stopped.
Yeah, I think with that.
And when I saw him, I said something. I was a bit like, "Do you think?" Oh no, I was pissed. I didn't know what I was doing. It's like, it's no fucking excuse. No fucking excuse.
But you know, you're going to the pub.
Yeah.
Like
But
when I go
then
to
he
the
did
pub.
it 2 other times.
When we go to the pub, which it isn't particularly often, but when we go to the pub, I know before we go whether I'm drinking, driving,
Or drink driving.
or having one. Do you know what I mean? Because I will have. Yeah. I'm not going to be sanctimonious about it. I will have a pint and then drive, but it wouldn't be like down a pint and then get straight in the car. It'd be like sit there for a couple of hours, have a beer. But yeah, I know whether I'm gonna, and if I had a few more, it'd be like, right, I'm gonna stay and have a drink, because that's happened to me a few times. I've gone to my mate's house a few miles away.
Yeah,
we've gone to the pub.
You ditch the car, don't you?
And you're just like, right, I'll have to come back and pick up the car. It's not that hard.
No.
It's not.
And bear in mind, this lad I'm describing literally lived half a mile up the road.
So you could have walked.
Yeah. But instead, what he did, he drove around all the local villages and had a pint or two in each pub, and then came back to the last pub that was about half a mile from his house, and had a skinful. He was actually wasted when he walked in. And then had another skinful.
And then got caught on the way home.
Yeah.
But why hasn't it got the stigma?
I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
Jordan Matthews, what a cunt.
Another drink driver. Stefan
Wayne Good or Goody?
Stefan Good. Curly-headed fuck I'm going to go for.
I'm going to go for little Weasley bastard.
Okay.
But he's not a curly-headed fuck.
thin-haired quiff.
He's not a little bastard.
Ah,
He's
Jesus.
Potato head by the looks of it.
He's got like a Bob Ross mountain carved into his forehead.
It has.
Oh my God. What an ugly bastard. Is that a scar then?
Don't know.
Another ginger beard. Ginger beards are represented in North Wales. What could you say about this one?
He looks like a drunk to me.
Beating up his wife.
Yeah.
I got another like dead behind the eyes. Can imagine him committing a crime and you being like, "What you doing?" Him just like, I'm gonna go burglary.
I'm gonna go possession.
Okay.
Not of a demon.
We have to perform an exorcism.
Or going from his face. Fucking hell.
I just want to get him off the screen. He's an ugly bastard. Stefan Good. An incompetent master robber!
An incompetent master robber! Armed with a toy gun! Was
told to fuck off! After she recognised him. Oh, come on, mate. I get a point for that, because I said, but Stefan, what a fucking idiot. Connor's key. Again.
8 a.m? He's never seen fucking 8 a.m. It's only 8 o'clock in his day.
An incompetent masked robber armed with a toy gun was told to fuck off by a shop worker after she recognised him. What a fucking moron. At 8 o'clock in the morning. Look at the state of him. Like, you'd have to, like, reconsider your life choices, wouldn't you?
Yeah. October the 19th, 2020. Gone into the second lockdown probably by then.
Not even taken seriously.
Fucking watch. Yeah, maybe he wasn't actually a masked robber. He just had to go in because he had a mask on. So it should be an incompetent robber wearing a mask.
He's told to fuck off by the shop worker. I like North Wales. That sounds brilliant. Try to rob a shop. That's brilliant.
Fuck off, Stefan.
To which he replied, "I'm not Stefan." Well, he's the most comedic so far.
Fucking hell, she got 2 heads.
Diva Avenue. An imitation firearm. Fucking hell, though. He got 3.5 years.
Suspended, though.
Oh, okay.
Was it?
No, he'll serve half. So he's going to go to prison for that.
That's it.
Was that the end?
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh, we should have gone for this one. The perverts, drug dealers, thugs and other offenders put behind
Come on,
bars.
let's have a couple more.
There's
Let's
some-
have a
there's
couple
some
more.
females
There's some
on-
females on this one. Let's do a couple more while we're in the zone. I got locked up. Won't let me out. There's quite a few females in this list.
Fucking a few.
Again, no, not a lot of
There's fucking Wheelston Raider. She's quite attractive, this one, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, not bad. The one below is not great. Although saying that, the one in the middle at the bottom's not bad either.
Fucking hell, she's unseen it.
Yeah, she's got
Put a
pizza.
fucking chin on him.
I think we're into the next episode. North Wales is
I
a
think
hotbed.
this is too fucking good, mate. We can't. I think this is a whole.
It's a whole episode.
Yeah.
Let's do one more. Let's do one
Right,
more.
We'll do the top one.
The end of that came a bit too quickly. There he is again.
Fucking crying soldier. Man up!
David Edwards. Fucking few wrinkles in this for.
Fucking.
Oh, here he is!
Got no fans! You want some? Fucking cunt.
Take it outside! Take it outside!
Nonce.
Not really!
Nonce, mate. Fucking nonce.
Nonce. That isn't even a proper mugshot.
That's the selfie you sent someone.
He sent a 12-year-old that in his fucking roll neck jumper.
Got no fans.
He is fucking ugly.
If people don't know who the
He said-
Wheelston Raider is.
Yeah, it's funny. He is funny. Your spelling on the
No,
spread.
I'm leaning.
I know,
down to
I
fucking
know, I
spread.
know. I know your spelling's alright. It's that one there. It's that one there. He's a football fan of some shitty little club.
Oh, just shit out. You've got no friends.
Piss.
You've got no ground.
Them fucking Hawks are playing well, I'm telling you.
Well, you want some?
Hey?
You want some?
Well, the Hawks are playing well,
You
wouldn't
want
they?
some or what?
What? Are you red?
You want some
They're
or what?
fantastic. They're fantastic.
You're playing shit because you've got no friends.
What
And
are
you're
you
a
on?
load of wankers. If you want some, I'll give it you. You want to do with me?
I'm joking, man.
What a little wanker.
Girls hit you.
See,
That was it.
quite similar.
He has sent pictures of his genitals to people on social media.
And do you know what they replied back? Saying, fuck off, Stefan.
I'm not Stefan. Leave me alone. Put the leave me alone guy on. Let's just go through some nonsense just before we finish off. Some of these things that we sort of quote, they're like viral British. This was like from a paedophile hunters thing.
Paedophile sting, wasn't
I mean,
it?
this is yeah. This guy got caught twice. Oh, he's another North Wales one.
Giles.
You alright, mate?
Yeah, can I have a quick word with you, please, mate?
Yeah,
Can I just come down here with me a minute? We can have a chat.
yeah.
Just come, I'm from a group called Soul Survivors.
Right. Yeah, but who are you?
Well, he's
Doesn't look like a
sent
fucking
me-
goblin.
description on how to masturbate.
Right.
Do you remember that? You did it last night.
Can we go somewhere more private?
I think this is about as private as we can get.
It's as private as we can get at the minute, Giles.
Find the leave me alone
Crew
part.
police station.
It's making
Well,
me
we're
feel
going to
bad.
get the police here.
We'll call the police now.
Oh, bald
Do you
nonsense.
understand what's going on, Giles?
You're a dirty. You leave me alone. You've been done for being a paedophile, mate.
So that was his second time being caught. The bald nonce is quite funny. The bald nonce.
What you thought was a 14-year-old, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Who did you send it to?
Stan said it was she was 18. It was on the profile.
Who the fuck is Stan?
Oh God.
Giles.
You alright, mate?
Yeah, can I have a quick word with you, please, mate?
Yeah.
Just come down here with me.
Just wanted to take her out for a friendly drink, and that's all. Yeah, I know it's wrong. I raised my hand up.
Okay.
Yeah, but we were only being friendly. Put my hands up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never like this. I'm never hurtful. I'm just a normal guy who's just trying to
You're not normal.
be friendly.
Look like
It was a
fucking
mistake.
awe.
No, that's not a mistake.
No,
is it?
I made a mistake.
How many other
Gonna
children
lose
have you
me
taken?
job. Only one.
Only one other.
Yeah. No, only this one, and that's it.
Right. Well, I know for a fact that you're speaking to at least 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not hurting them.
It doesn't matter.
So how?
Honestly, I'm not doing anything to harm, to hurt, anything. I'm never, ever,
Probably I've
ever
never
in a
seen
million
one.
years hurt
I've only seen the
no
memes.
one. It was a mistake. It was a generally mistake.
What's this? Remix.
Put your hands up in the air.
Wait.
Thank you for ruining my holiday.
No, I need air. I need air. I can't breathe. I need air. I need air. I can't breathe.
You can tell we're an island race, can't you? I mean, Jesus, look
I'm
at this.
lost me.
Do this now. Yeah. And be a
I'm
man.
shaking. Every day I've been suffering because I don't feel myself. No, thanks for this. Ruin my mum. Yeah, but I'm not ever fucking swearing. Now I'm panicking because I'm going to lose my job. It is a mistake. I've made a mistake.
Is that
Don't hesitate.
Collecting trolleys.
Oh, right, okay.
Crap. And I'm a dipstick.
I'm
I'm not I'm only meeting her for friendly, but I generally
Find a knocky
I'm
clean
confident
out
where I am.
nonce. Because
No, I'm
he's.
not.
A lot of these are like,
How many
a bit
children
mentally
have
ill,
been
but the
spoken
knock
to?
you clean
What
out
you just
one.
said 16. Honestly, I'm not doing anything.
Knock you clean out.
Anything. I'm
nonce.
never.
He's worrying. Like, this man's dangerous.
I'm not lying to you.
No, you're lying to yourself, Ashley.
I'm not lying to Don't you start, I'll knock you out clean.
You're going to do what?
So I'm really
What did you say?
I'm really upset at the moment.
It's like a chipmunk with glasses. Right, so what did he do?
No, he went off in a... I've already said, I think he sent lewd images of
Right,
himself.
he's definitely a nonce, so now we have to be specific.
Like what he actually did. He tried to meet up with...
Boy or a girl?
Boy.
I'll go girl, just
Okay.
for variety. Right.
Posed as a 22-year-old. David Hectors did not seem to accept what he'd done as was wrong. Indecent imaging! Oh, what a call! What a call! He was a girl, though. Bugger. The pervert who posed naked except for a cow. You can tell I've had a beer, sorry. Was caught out by Leave Our Kids Alone, a paedophile hunter group who live streamed the confrontation online. He was also ordered to register as a sex offender for 10 years. The 62-year-old had told the decoy... Oh, wait, that. Leave Our Kids Alone.
What was his name?
Can't remember. David Edwards. Leave me alone. Thanks for this. Ruin my holiday. Trying to find the actual video. This is what happens when you use Bing. Hey, David, leave our kids alone. Bow, 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 bow. All in all, you're just
All in all. So yeah, that's the end of.
Who won? I think it was you, wasn't it?
Probably me, but
Yeah.
we had a good laugh.
No, it's fucking quality. And we've got, it looks like North Wales,
There's a hotbed
a hotbed of
freaks.
rogues gallery.
But this one looks good because
You've got a few females.
yeah. Thing is though, we need a mixture of females, males, Asians, whites, blacks.
The one in the middle row to the right looks slightly Asian.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's definitely Asian.
Look at the ginger one on the top. What's going on with his jaw?
I know, that's what I said
like
before.
chewing fucking bees or something.
Maybe he's got like tobacco. You know when they chew.
Right, so episode 3, we're going to do another North Wales one. Perverts, drug dealers, thugs, and other offenders. There's something for you
Have
to
you
look
noticed
forward
how
to.
the adverts have come about looking after your skin? I'll zoom in on some of these fucking mutants.
I'm looking forward to, out of all of those, the woman at the very top right next to the nonce. Because she could be...
Femme fatale.
Yeah.
She's obviously,
very
she's obviously,
interesting.
obviously a gangster's mole, isn't she?
Could be.
She's
Could
a
be.
triad.
The one in the bottom in the middle's not bad looking. Yeah.
She's attractive.
The one to the left of it looks like she's had
She's attractive. I mean,
I would hazard a guess that bottom right is also a paedophile. That's a woman at the top left.
yeah, she's lesbian.
Next to the chewing bees.
chewing bees. Like the common man.
I could play this
Chewing
game all
on
day.
bees.
It allows you to just be a judgmental bastard and you don't feel bad because they're all criminals.
That's a podcast.
Perfect. It's perfect. But I was saying to young Joe before we started that at some point we're going to do a live episode of this. So we'll schedule it and hopefully all 7 of you can join a live stream and we'll take your opinions as well about, you know, what you think different people have done, because this
We
game...
get people to raise their hands on Zoom call.
Yeah. My turn! Leave me alone! But yeah, this game's perfect. What a call. Joe, spot on. Enjoying this.
Thanks,
Brilliant.
guys.
Yeah, take care.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.